Hi students, so today I will be reading a book called The Empty Pot by Demi. And based on the cover of this book, what do you think our story is going to be about? I see a little boy carrying a pot, some flowers, a goat, a bunny, a squirrel. So let's read our book and see what this is about. A long time ago in China, there was a boy named Ping who loved flowers. Anything he planted burst into bloom. Up came flowers, bushes, and even big fruit trees, as if by magic. So here's Tiny Ping, and he planted some flowers, and here he's picking some fruits. See? Everyone in the kingdom loved flowers too. They planted them everywhere, and the air smelled like perfume. The emperor loved birds and animals, but flowers most of all, and he tended his own garden every day. But the emperor was very old. He needed to choose a successor to the throne. So what animals do you see here? I see a duck, a butterfly, flamingos. So you can see what other animals you can notice there. And then can you tell me what a successor is? A successor is the person who rules over some land. So here the successor was getting very old, so he said, I don't think I can rule this land anymore, so I have to pick someone else that will take my job. Who would his successor be? And how would the emperor choose? Because the emperor loved flowers so much, he decided to let the flowers choose. The next day, a proclamation was issued. All the children in the land were to come to the palace. They would then be given special flower seeds by the emperor. Whoever can show me their best in a year's time, he said, will succeed me to the throne. This news created great excitement throughout the land. Children from all over the country swarmed to the palace to get their flower seeds. All the parents wanted their children to be chosen emperor, and all the children hoped they would be chosen too. When Ping received his seed from the emperor, he was the happiest child of all. He was sure he would grow the most beautiful flower. Here's Ping. Ping filled a flower pot with rich soil. He planted the seed in it very carefully. Here's Ping back home with his seed. He's getting ready to grow it, right? He watered it every day. He couldn't wait to see it sprout, grow, and blossom into a beautiful flower. Day after day passed, but nothing grew in his pot. Ping was very worried. He put new soil into a bigger pot. Then he transferred the seed into the rich black soil. So here, Ping saw that there wasn't anything growing in his pot, so he thought maybe the soil needed to be changed, so he got some better soil to help the plant grow. Another 2 months he waited. Still nothing happened. What season do you think this is? There's no leaves on the trees, and the leaves are dark. They're orange and brown. It's probably fall, right? By and by, the whole year passed. What does this season look like? It looks like winter because there's snow, right? Spring came and all the children put their best clothes to see the emperor. They rushed to the palace with their beautiful flowers, eagerly hoping to be chosen. So here the kids are all ready with their flowers, ready to go to the palace to see if they'll get the chance to become the emperor. Ping was ashamed of his empty pot. He thought the other children would laugh at him because for once he couldn't get a flower to grow. His clever friend ran by holding a great big plant. Ping, he said, you're not really going to the emperor with an empty pot, are you? Couldn't you grow a great big flower like mine? I've grown lots of flowers better than yours, said Ping. It's just this seed that won't grow. So what do you think Ping is feeling right now? He's disappointed, right? He feels bad that he couldn't that he wasn't able to grow the seed. Ping's father overheard this and said, "You did your best, and your best is good enough to present to the emperor." Holding the empty pot in his hands, Ping went straight away to the palace. What do you think is going to happen now? What do you think the emperor is going to say when he sees Ping's empty pot? The emperor was looking at the flowers slowly, one by one. How beautiful all the flowers were, but the emperor was frowning and did not say a word. Do you know what the word frowning means? Frowning means that he was upset, like he had a serious face and he wasn't smiling at all. So we can say that he wasn't happy. Do you know why? Let's find out. Finally, he came to Ping. Ping hung his head in shame, expecting to be punished. The emperor asked him, "Why did you bring an empty pot?" There's the emperor and little Ping. Ping started to cry and replied, "I planted the seed you gave me and I watered it every day, but it didn't sprout. I put it in a better pot with better soil and it still didn't sprout. I tended it all year long, but nothing grew. So today I have to bring an empty pot without a flower. It was the best I could do." When the emperor had heard these words, a smile slowly spread over his face and he put his arm around Ping. Then he exclaimed to one and all, "I have found him. I have found the one person worthy of being emperor. Where you got your seeds from, I do not know, for the seeds I gave you had all been cooked, so it was impossible for any of them to grow." So he gave all the kids in the kingdom seeds that had already been cooked. Seeds that are already cooked are not able to grow again. So the flowers were not able to grow again, but all these kids, except for Ping, they brought other flowers, so they probably got seeds from other places that weren't the real seeds that the emperor gave them, right? So in a way, they kind of cheated. But what did Ping do? Ping was honest, right? His seed didn't grow, so he took his empty pot. I admire Ping's great courage to appear before me with the empty truth, and now I reward him with my entire kingdom and make him emperor of all the land. So because of his honesty, Ping was able to become the emperor of the land. So this was The Empty Pot by Demi. I hope you liked it.